Hello, denizens, and welcome to another edition of Random Brain Farts Tech News. It's been a while since I've done an RBF, and it's great to be back. RBF is brought to you by Manfred's Industries, the makers of lard to go, because you never know when you'll need some lard to go. NBCSN, NBC's sports network, is shutting down. It's the home of NHL hockey, NASCAR, and Premier League football. No, not the silly football they play in the US where there is 3 seconds of action followed by 10 minutes of waiting for the next play. No, real European football. Unfortunately, hockey and soccer are 2 things American sports enthusiasts don't care anything about. And NASCAR, well, they can just run as endless reruns as cars going around in circles from past seasons because no one would know the difference anyway. So long, NBCSN. I never knew you. Google has threatened to leave Australia if that country/continent forces the Googster to pay for its content. Yes, the effrontery Australia has, and even suggesting that Google should pony up cash for borrowing the hard work of Australian journalists and supporting the news organizations that pay them. Why did those newspapers put the articles online on their own sites if they didn't intend them to be stolen? What say you about that? What would your citizenry do without Google search? Probably the same as China. And look how much they've suffered when they tossed Google search out of their country. A bit of trivia. Back in 2005, Steve Jobs asked Paul Otellini, the Prez of Intel at the time, if he was interested in making the mobile chips for the as yet unreleased iPhone. Intel said no. They took a pass. That has now gone down as one of the worst business decisions of all time. Intel has just hired a new CEO, and he has already made it clear that he's not averse to outsourcing. I would recommend that Intel just buy a bunch of AMD Ryzen chips and put sticky labels with Intel on them. Apple has announced a new Apple Watch feature called Time to Walk. The idea is, rather than just listening to random music, Apple has lined up stories from famous musicians, actors, and athletes, the really smart people. They last between 25 to 40 minutes, which I assume Apple has scientifically designated as a proper walk duration. Shawn Mendes describes his walks in Los Angeles and discusses the anxiety of being a 15-year-old sensation and the mindfulness techniques he's learned from being a privileged multimillionaire with much less life experience than Linus Pauling, Bertrand Russell, Marie Curie, or Picasso. Wait, none of those dudes used auto-tunes. Oh, how stupid of me. At least Mendes is alive. Yes, I really want to hear an overpaid sports personality on how they controlled their Lamborghini addiction. I think I'll stick with listening to Jeff Beck, Parliament, or Gentle Giant on my walks. It looks like tech companies are stepping into the breach to shore up the government's woefully inadequate COVID travel verification program. Woeful as in none, zero, zip. Frankly, I would do what Israel has done, station boobies at airport entrances and have them yell at the travelers as they come in. Sure, bring your disease, kill off your booby. Why care about me? I'm old. This has been Random Brain Farts Tech News. Till next time, what is it, Wancho? Oh, you want me to let you out for a walk? Well, what do you think would happen if I let you out of the house? Right, see? That's why I don't let you out for a walk. Till next time, denizens. So long.